Hey guys, today I'm going to be reacting to a video about a guy getting scammed in a romance scam, and this comes from socialcatfish.com. I will leave the video link in the description. I'm not going to go through all of it because I think what they covered was pretty good, but I just want to cover this guy because he's a perfect case of a Lolcow, and I just wanted to show you guys, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I do want to give some background before going into this. So this guy's name is Todd. His friend is actually the one who reached out to socialcatfish.com to try to show this guy that, hey, who he's talking to is a scammer, and this woman is not real. She's not the real woman that, you want to be talking to. She's just a scammer. So the friend reaches out, and I'm going to play the email that she sent because I think there's a few good things I want to talk about in there.
My name is Rose, and I'm reaching out about my close friend Todd, who is being manipulated by a woman named Stephanie. Todd met Stephanie online. She claims to be a Marine stationed in Florida, but has fabricated numerous stories about being in danger and needing money. Todd has sent over $10,000, a new phone, and even Bitcoin. I'm desperate for help to stop Todd from losing everything.
So one important line that I'm going to point out right now is that Todd says that this woman, Stephanie, is located in Florida. That's going to be important because Todd will go on later and say that, well, she's doing border patrol. She's in Florida. That wouldn't really make sense. And then Todd switches that to say that, oh, she's actually in Texas now, so that's where she's doing the border patrolling. Then the other message is sending $10,000 and a new phone, and everything was like in Bitcoin, most of the transactions. That's a huge red flag, and it is just so, I would say stupid, because to me, if anybody is asking me to send Bitcoin or anything like that, I would automatically believe it's a scam. Like, I don't care. No credible institution is going to tell you, yeah, send that shit in Bitcoin for me, fam. Not at all.
Their relationship started in 2022. I believe he met this girl on Facebook, and her Facebook goes by the name Stephanie. She's got a commander named Commander Jones that is holding her money hostage, and that's why she can't get an honorable discharge. The worst of it is he put engaged to this person on Facebook.
A lot of these scams, especially romance, use like soldiers or people, well, I should say occupations that would be overseas, away from their victim, so that they can make an easy excuse of saying, oh, well, we didn't get your payment, or, I can't come and see you because you need to pay for my flight, my airfare, and, I have all these fees. So you're going to see that that's going to happen, and that they're using this woman, the actual woman that the scammers took the pictures from is named Caroline, and they did do research on this woman, Caroline, because she was a actual nurse in the military. She's a veteran from the Marine Corps, but it's not the real Catherine, as you guys probably know, that he's talking to. And they use that, hey, she's gonna, they're telling this dude, Todd, hey, the scammers are like, oh, if you don't send us money, this woman's gonna get, shipped off to Palestine, because they're using a war to entice this guy to send money, so the girl of his dream doesn't get sent over. So let's hear what Todd has to say.
My name is Todd. I'm 59 years old. I normally look for women of potential interest from my local taverns. I'll even say shopping centers, malls. I've listed myself on Facebook dating. That's the only online dating I've, subscribed to.
Seems like the only other thing he hasn't tried was making a love sign like Christian did, or an affection sign, as they called it. I can't remember what Christian called his. Oh, it was called the attraction sign. That's what it was called. Yeah, this seems like this guy is trying to do all these different things, and you will see that he tends to want to date people younger. Like, this guy's about 59, 60, and he's going after people that are 30 plus years younger than him, and he'll say later that he wants to be adventurous, so this is why he does that.
I happened to see this profile on Facebook. Of course, her profile photo I was very interested in. We became friends, and we started basically just texting Steph is 31 years old, great height. She's approximately 5'6", 5'7". She is one that doesn't dress too provocative. She just dresses well for a woman of her age. And
like many Lolcows, this man is... It's making me laugh because this guy's like, oh, she dresses very well for her age, as like you're seeing like pictures of her like breast out and everything. It's like, dude, we know what you're looking at. We know looking at, oh, she's dressing, very moderate for her age. It's like, bro, you saw the titties and that's what you wanted. Like, you'll see later on too. I know I'm saying that a lot, but it's like another clip where literally there's a picture of like this woman. Her boobs are almost out, and he's like, oh wait, scroll back up. Like he's looking for it. Like he saw the tits and we were like, oh, this is it. Said I'm gonna cut like a lot of this video up because I don't want to take away any of the content that Social Catfish did, so I'm just gonna summarize a lot of his like intro video, Todd. So him and Stephanie, the scammer, have only talked through text message. They never had a phone call, they never like video chat, nothing. And this guy was like, oh, I'm really falling in love with this woman even though I haven't like heard her voice and everything. And then this guy started to worry about her, and then one day there was an accident with like a Jeep or something like that, and the scammer sent a picture of like a flipped over Jeep, and the scammer was like, oh, I hurt my leg, can you start sending me money? I need money for antibiotics and everything. And first off, like if you were in an accident, you're with the army, you have like medical through them, and especially if it was an accident. And Todd would go on and buy this woman a new iPhone because she was like, babe, I don't have the money to get a new phone. Something happened with my old phone, so I need a new one. So he bought her the new phone, and then there was still a lot more money requests, going on, I should say. And Todd, being the guy that's the sucker, I mean, there's no other way to put it, this dude was suckered into this, and dude didn't have an ounce of like actual like knowledge to be like, oh, I'm getting scammed. So later in the story, her commander started to come into the picture. They called him KT, and the commander was like, hey man, I'm kind of worried about Stephanie, she might get deployed to like Palestine, and to discharge her we're gonna need this amount of money. And Todd was like, oh, I gotta make sure she doesn't go to Palestine. So the fake commander told Todd, hey, you need to send me this money, and we got this. And then a whole lot of fees started racking up. Well, Todd reached out to like one of the military friends or somebody he knew that was in the military and could look up like if this woman was there. And they said and told him, hey, this woman does not exist in the records. Like, she's a scam, dude. You're talking to a scam. And these were people in the actual, like, military. Like, they have the files and shit. Like, they could look up somebody. And he didn't believe him. He was like, oh, no, they didn't look hard enough. They didn't dig hard enough. I know she's real.
And constant sending of money has dragged on for years now. A never-ending cycle that seems impossible to break. Todd's friends have urged him time and time again to cut ties, yet despite their warnings, he still continues to communicate with Stephanie daily.
I started having concerns when he told me that he's never talked to this girl. Is she asking for like gift cards? And he said, well, yeah. And I'm like, oh no.
We exchanged our social security numbers. It was a way for us to know the other was authentic and real.
And it was just a couple days ago, was saying that he was going to move like $400,000 to her investment account.
When she first told me that she was falling in love with me, I thought it was like perfect timing because I know I was already feeling that way towards her.
He's about to make the biggest mistake of his life, and I gotta make sure that he wakes up before he sends nearly $500,000 to this person.
Homies never get that desperate that you're gonna send $500,000 to somebody. I think it's absolutely insane that this guy, who's never spoken to this woman, decided to send his social security number to this woman and think, oh, it's completely fine what I did. That means we're real, man. That's how I know you're real. Like, bro, these scammers have the ability to Photoshop stuff together. Like, they're able to Photoshop a license. they have no problem photoshopping an actual, like, social security number. Like, dude, it's absolutely insane that somebody would give their number. Just don't be this desperate, y'all. The crazy thing was his friends have told this dude, we're going to hire a private investigator for you to actually figure out if this woman's real. And surprise, surprise, they came back and said, well, this woman is not real. Like, we can't find anything on her. She doesn't really exist. And he goes, no, I know she's still real. I know she's out there. She showed me their social security number. I know she's real. Like, oh my God, I just don't understand how people get like this. Like, some people are going to be like, oh, well, it's because, they're lonely. Well, the issue is that I don't think it's just lonely. I just think these people just like talking and getting the infection, and it's kind of like a drug where they feel like this and they feel like they have to keep contacting this person because it gives them like a dopamine rush or something like that. And it's just kind of like really sad and pathetic because it's like, you shouldn't be spending money on something that's an obvious scammer just to get like a dopamine rush. Like, come on.
Stephanie Jane Wilson is a real person, that she is doing what she has been trained to do to support our national interest for defense of our country and our values and our democracy. I have planned out the next 100 years having us as husband and wife and raising a family and children and grandchildren. That's what I want with the woman that I believe that I have fallen in love with.
Oh, whoa, buddy, slow down there. It's 100 years of your life with a scammer. Like, I love how the dude in the beginning was like, oh, she's fighting for our country, man. She's doing what she needs to do. She's doing great. And it's like, dude, she's a scammer. Bro, yeah. She's doing great for the country, asking you money. And then he's like, oh, I'm going to spend the next 100 years. I planned our grandchildren, our children. I planned our lives. It's like, bro, chill. You haven't even heard this woman's voice. Like, calm down, bro. And that's like the biggest thing. Like, I don't understand how these people are like, we're gonna be together forever. This is my forever. This is my boo. And it's like, you haven't either heard their voice, you haven't had a phone call, you haven't met this person in person. So how are you gonna like claim all this stuff? Like, it is absolutely like delusional thinking at this point. Like, first off, the headset he has is making me think of like Andy Ditch, who would have those like weird bulky headphones on. And second off, it's like, dude, there's a reason why you're chasing younger women, because you're trying to either get them with either the angle of money, you have money, which you're going to find out this guy doesn't have money at all, or you're attracted to like younger people, and that's going down the PDF file route. So they're going to pick up this guy, and the woman who works for Social Catfish, she's like, hey, this guy's like really flirty and I'm really not comfortable with it. And, on a video call, he was like saying like these things about my eyes, my expression. So she was like, okay, I'm going to have the guy that's with her drive her car while she sits in the back because she's more comfortable with it. I'm going to show you what this guy looks like in his full glory so you guys can understand. And the next kind of clips are going to be them in a car talking to this guy to figure out if he's like really, really into this person. And you're going to get really frustrated, because I was getting so frustrated. I was like, dude, how does this guy not figure this out?
Team finally made it to LAX, and Todd was out front waiting for us.
I can help you. Yeah.
Okay, here you go. Have a good one, okay?
Yep.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hi.
Nice to finally meet you face to face.
Todd, put her there.
Hey, mister.
Nice to meet
How you
you.
doing?
Nice to meet you, man.
Oops, sorry. Sorry, my microphone.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. How was the flight?
Fine.
Yeah.
You'll be in the front, sir.
Oh.
After we picked up Todd, Brienne sat in the back, and I hopped in the front to drive her car.
Man.
Oh, wait. I'm too much.
I think you're right in my style.
Us, are you excited? Hang
Yes.
out with us for the day?
It's going to be an experience, capital E.
I said, like, this guy, he's the full, like, he's really giving me Andy Ditch vibes because of the fucking headset and everything. And just to see him going like, oh, I'm gonna go sit in the back with this lady, and then flirting with her like, oh yeah, you're just my type. It's like, dude, you're not that guy. And then for him to go, and this was like his comment of, this is gonna be an experience with a capital E. Dude, that's so fucking lame. Like, I'm like physically cringing, and I'm like, oh my god, physically making me cringe because it's just so lolcow-y. It's like such a basic lolcow response of like a lolcow thinking they're intelligent.
Careful because Todd is very flirty.
Wait, did I flirt with you?
A little bit.
Really?
You forgot?
And this is one thing I'm gonna hate about this guy. This guy will go back on everything he said. Like, he's like, oh wait, I don't remember doing that to you, especially the flirting. Like, we literally just saw that the guy was like, oh, you're just my type. Like, dude, that's clear flirting. And then he tries to play it off like, oh, I'm not doing that. When did I do this? I would love to know when I did this. This happens so many times, and this is one of the things that really infuriate me about this dude, because he tries to play like he doesn't know what's going on or what's happening. So he just makes an excuse of like, I just don't remember when I did that. It's so stupid, and it's this guy is gonna make you really angry towards the end of this video, especially when they're confronting him.
Text her right now. Can you text her right now and say, call me?
Well, she can't call me because of the restrictions that she is under.
Can we game plan a way for her to call you?
An idea like, hey, I have the 2450 that you need, but I need to hear your voice first.
Does she deserve at least a conversation with her?
Yes, but I have respected what she has told me that her restrictions are.
I'm not going to do anything to mess up your relationship, but I just want to help you get to the bottom of it, Todd.
And I don't want to destroy Stephanie and I through this.
So this guy is sending all this money, and he's kind of a pushover. He's like, well, I don't wanna, ruin what I have with this woman. I don't wanna do anything like that. I wanna respect her. And it's like, you came out here to figure out if this person is real or not, and you're wimping out because you're so scared of ruining a relationship with a scammer. She has restrictions. If I heard that the person I was dating has restrictions, I'd been like, you're fake. See ya. Bye. Like, I'm skipping a lot of the video. Like I said, I'm not gonna, take the whole video and ruin, the views that Social Catfish can get. But I cut out, a few things where he's like, well, I don't know if I can. Just being, a total pushover. And it's like, dude, you have to do it. You haven't seen this woman. You haven't talked to this woman. And you're gonna give her money. It's so stupid. And the next kind of clips, because I'm going to skip to it, when he's talking to the commander, because the commander comes on the phone. Really, it's the guy who's running the scam. The guy who's running the scam kind of knows that this guy's a pushover, so he's kind of berating him and swearing at him. And the guy next to him that's driving is like, dude, are you going to take that shit? You shouldn't be taking that. You're trying to talk to your quote-unquote future wife. Come on. Grow a backbone. Tell him no. And the ultimatum of, I have the money. If you want the money, I need to hear her voice. And the scammers are going to jump at that because they want the money. So you're finally going to know what this woman sounds like.
Oh boy, I don't like this guy.
So we got him on the phone. This was your first time speaking to him, right?
Verbally, yes.
Yes. We were trying to get her originally on the phone. She wouldn't take the call, so he decided to get on the phone.
Commander Jones is calling. Speaker.
Hello, Moto.
Hello. Afternoon, this is Todd. May I help you?
How are you doing?
Yes, not too bad. How are you?
I'm alright. She told me you were trying to reach her while she was on patrol. I don't need you disturbing any of my sergeants or corporal while on duty, okay? You don't mix business with pleasure. Does that make myself clear?
I got on the phone call with this guy. I grabbed the phone from Todd. Hi, I'm Todd's friend. I'm trying to help him collect the funds and then help him transfer the funds over.
Okay.
Okay.
And why am I talking to you right now? So as I was saying, I don't need to have a conversation with someone else I know nothing about. All I want to do is to have a conversation with you and make sure you're aware that you can't disturb Stephanie while she's on patrol duty, okay?
What I noticed was that he was extremely rude to you.
Very rude.
Almost like he was bullying you.
I don't want bullshit.
Why is he cussing at you?
You want me to send this money? I need to hear her voice. That's my terms. Just be strong with him.
Can you get her on the phone with me this afternoon yet?
No, she can't be because we're not even together right now. I told you, she's on patrol.
Tell him, who gives a F what he's saying? He's just rambling. Say, if you want the money, I need to speak to her now.
I would really like to hear her voice this afternoon. Please, sir.
Okay, wait. Wait,
Sir.
listen, you don't need to apologize or beg me for anything.
Say, I have the money, figure it out. I need to talk to her before you get anything else.
Give her the
All right.
opportunity.
I have the money. I need to speak with her. You can figure it out. Thank you.
This guy had clown behavior. He is letting this dude, this scammer, bully him. Like, this is the first time he ever talked to the commander. First off, later on that he's like, well, the commander is supposed to have like a Eastern European accent. First off, that's not an Eastern European accent, so big red flag. Second, the woman who's with Social Catfish grabs the phone and says, hey, I have the money, I just need to know to send it. And he's like, I don't know who you are, you're not allowed to talk. Scammer, what he was trying to do was like a power trip, like, I'm an actual commander, you need to listen to me. Don't say anything else, you will listen to what I say to you. And this guy was believing it. This guy was like, sir, yeah, sir, I'll do it. This woman would be able to talk to you if she was one in the military. Like, they have time off. She can talk to you. And for this guy never to fucking realize that is just beyond me. And for him to be such a spineless, like, basically coward. This guy is just nothing but a spineless coward. And to take the bullshit that the scammer was giving him. He deserves to be scammed then.
It's for a U.S. commander to have that specific accent.
It wasn't what I would have expected for somebody that grew up in St. Petersburg.
Obviously weren't getting through to Todd, but we weren't done yet. A few moments later, Stephanie finally called.
You have 2 minutes to talk with her.
Oh, let's
call.
We
have to do this.
Yeah, let's call her.
This has to happen.
Okay, here it goes. Hey, babe. You said...
Babe, how you doing? I miss you so much. You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Is this Todd?
This is Todd, but are you Stephanie?
Yes, I am. Who would you ask me that? I said I had to quickly make this call. You know, I'm on patrol right now.
Yep.
And I have to just stop by to make the call. That was why I had to take it a while before I pick up. I really don't have much time to talk.
No,
right?
I know.
So if things are able to go as planned, like the way we talked about, and you're able to make the payment before Thursday, right? You'll see me in New York by weekend.
No, hey babe, I'm so happy to hear from you. Went straight to payment. Went straight to cash.
She hasn't even heard your voice.
She hasn't even heard your voice. You guys have never spoken on the phone. She went straight to money.
Okay, so why are you not talking? Why are you mute? I don't have much time to talk.
So if we make the payment to Commander Jones's Bitcoin address, then what is he? Are you coming like next week?
So that's the plan. I really don't want us to. I don't want us to talk so much so we miss out on points we're supposed to talk about.
Yep.
But I miss you so much. I like the fact that we're talking right now.
Yep.
So, you know, I really can't just be doing that almost every now and then. Okay?
Yep. Well, we haven't done it in 3 years.
I miss you, and you miss me too.
I do.
Okay?
And I love you.
I love you so much. You know that I love you so much. I can't wait to see you by weekend. So, would you come pick me up?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so babe, I really need to go now. Can I just text you?
Yep.
I love you.
Guy said from Social Catfish, the lady only asked about payment and to make sure that the payment would go through, and then lightly sprinkled in, oh yeah, so I can see you. I gotta make sure the payment goes through so I can see you. It's not real love. Dude, the woman didn't even go like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I didn't get to see, like, I get to hear you, this is the first time. Like, there was no actual connection from this person, which obviously is a scam. They only care about the money. But I'd be, and you're gonna see, and this is gonna really infuriate me too, he make up all these excuses. Now he's gonna be like, oh, that's not what I thought in my mind of how she sounded like. Because remember, like I said in the beginning of this video, some of his military contacts reached out to him and sent him actual videos of this woman speaking. So he kind of knows what this woman sounds like. And it's not like this. This guy should have known he was getting scammed a long time ago.
That doesn't match with my audio tracking of her voice.
She has an accent too.
She does have an accent.
I didn't like Steph's overall tenor, demeanor in her voice.
We then pulled a video that Todd's friend sent him of the real woman in these images speaking the same. We played Stephanie's voice and the real woman's voice side by side to Todd.
Obviously, I like helping people. I love science. I love...
I love you so much. You know that I love you so much. I can't wait to see you by weekend.
That actually sounded more like what I heard today than what I had thought I had recorded in my head.
Oh, you think that accent sounds like the one we just got off the phone with?
Mm-hmm.
Todd, look at me. This woman on this phone
Right.
that we just had a conversation with sounds like that woman in that video to you.
It's clearly not the same person, and this guy goes on and says, it's the same. You know what? The audio I just heard and the phone call I just had is the same woman. I know now I'm not getting scammed. And it's like, dude, they're not the same woman. Like, they don't even have the same accent. Like, this dude is just clearly delusional at this point, and he's, like I said before, he deserves to get scammed. These people are clearly showing him that this is not, the commander's voice is not European. This woman's accent does not match the real woman's accent. It's insane.
About nursing or her experience with nursing.
She does have a nursing degree and a specialty in pediatrics.
2024, she's not practicing as a nurse?
She's only working patrol.
Only working patrol.
Yeah. And as I understand it, she's working border patrol for our southern border in Texas, and she's off to patrol now.
Let me create an IP tracker.
This link to her, it'll look like any other, link out there. So it's going to be a link to Bitcoin. Now, when she clicks on that link, we're able to grab her IP address. When we get her IP address, we'll be able to know exactly
geolocation.
Yes, exactly where she is. This will not lie.
No, that's fine. No, I understand that technology.
Okay.
Video that I just shared with you, you had sent over a bunch of images.
But you used Google Lens on that?
No, I did not.
Okay.
I used several reverse image search tools. Share with you this Flickr profile here.
No.
She's a very beautiful woman. She's very sexy.
And I've never seen any, scroll back up. I've never seen any of those other pictures.
This guy's so combative. Like, when they did the IP tracker, that was pretty cool. That was actually really cool, and you're going to figure out later on that, surprise, surprise, this was a scammer. So the geolocation is not actually at that location. And she was like telling him, oh yeah, I was looking up, I took the images that you sent me, and I did a reversed image search. He was like, oh, did you just do Google Lens? And it's like, no, they're not going to come to you with basic internet, like, sleuthing skills. Like, that's not what's going to happen. Like, I don't know if this guy is just getting combative because they're showing him that this woman isn't real, and he just still wants it to be real. And like I said, I showed you guys the video of where he's like, oh, scroll up. He saw the titties, man. He saw the titties right there and was like, oh, I gotta look.
She does, yeah.
Yeah, and I do have a nice picture of her when she was 19.
Okay. And their in-laws.
Okay.
Stephanie doesn't exist. She's not linked to any nursing license. There's no connection between her and those pictures of that person. Even finding that video, it came directly from reverse image search tools I use. Got it. We got it.
Got it?
Yeah. This is the tool we use. Lagos, Nigeria.
That sickens me because I'm an IT guy and I basically have always been the white knight.
It's kind of gross that this guy's like, well, I have a picture of her when she was 19 and it looks like that. That's kind of creepy, dude. That's classic, like, gross behavior if I've ever seen it. Then they just told this guy and confirmed it. The reason why I'm saying that multiple times is because you're going to figure out that this guy still thinks that this lady is real. Even after they proved that it was this Caroline woman, that she had all the nursing certificates and everything. And like I said, I'm not going to show it because I don't want to take away from the video. But they tell him straight up that it's another woman and these scammers stole her images. And for this guy to be like, well, I'm an IT guy and I kind of white knight, and just to hear that it's coming from, like, Nigeria, it's kind of disgusting. It's like, dude, you're not probably a really good IT guy if you're getting scammed and you don't know, like, reverse image tools and stuff like that.
What's your plan, Todd? Tell me what do we do about this Stephanie person that doesn't exist?
I'm going to put the photos and everything in a locked zip file and don't expect to ever do anything with it again.
Why a zip file?
Because I don't want anybody else to have access to it.
But
Yep.
You thinking that there's a 30-year-old or a 26-year-old out there that wants you and you have and you want them and you can actually start a relationship with them is the way that you got into this situation. Yeah. It's not realistic, Todd.
I consider, for everything in my world, the way I do things, I consider myself, as rough of a term as it is, a maverick.
Like, we talking about Top Gun here?
Kinda.
Okay.
I do things that other people just don't do. I'll have fun though.
Is the prime target for scams because he thinks that he is a legend in his own mind. He thinks that he's so young that he can attract young good-looking people, I guess. And it's like, dude, you're not. And I feel so bad for like the team that did all the research for him, because this guy doesn't want to cut ties, and dude doesn't want to delete the pictures. I guess dude just wants to still yank it or something like that to the pictures, because that's all he's gonna get is scammers. And it's like, dude, just delete them. There's nothing. Why put them in a zip file and say, well, case is closed, I don't want anyone else to have them? The scammers are just gonna keep using those photos to scam someone else, so you're not special, dude. I just don't understand what's going on, and this guy deserves to get scammed, and this is what he's gonna do after these people tried to show him and tell him he's getting scammed and try to help him. You can't help people that don't want to help themselves, so I guess this guy deserves to get scammed if he doesn't want to believe them. This dude, Todd, the Class A person that he is, he starts fighting with his friend that basically called the scam out. Social catfish to get him another ticket to go to DC, because the scammer says, oh, I'm in DC now, so you can come and find me. And the owner of Social Catfish is like, hey, I'm not doing this shit. I'm getting on the phone with this guy and we're gonna talk.
Todd and Rose were not getting along during his visit. See, when our production team booked Todd's flights, he was originally supposed to stay with Rose through the weekend and was excited to spend some extra time with her. Todd would then catch a flight home Monday morning.
She said that she was upset because he was talking crap on our research, basically making it sound like we didn't do a good job or we didn't find the right information, and she was getting upset, and she ended up crying because he was, I guess, talking down to her and was saying how he expects her to help pay for Stephanie. He wants money for Stephanie right now.
So he wants to use our money to change his flight. At this point, I don't want to help this guy out. He's blatantly disrespectful. It's crazy. So I'll call him.
And I asked Rose about that, and she's like, yeah, he wants a connecting flight to Washington, D.C. because the scammer told him that she's there now.
That is nothing but classic Lolcow behavior. Someone is trying to help you, they're trying to make sure that you're going on the right path, and then all of a sudden, they want more from you. That's the classic Lolcow example. That Social Catfish tried to help this guy. They even flew him to get him out of the house to come see his friend Rose. And all these people are just trying to help this guy, trying to make him do better decisions and make better choices. And this guy's just squandering it. He didn't take their information that they showed that it's a scammer. The Carolina woman is married. She's the real person. You're looking at her photos and somebody else is saying that it's somebody else, that it's a person that likes you. Because let's be honest, this guy's really like making me angry. He's really just pissing me off. And for him to just disrespect the one friend that cared about him, because this guy was sending so much money to the scammer, and just to disrespect her, that is utterly ridiculous. But I did have to cut this up because I realized that it was just going to be a long clip. The actual owner that you guys just saw in those the clips before I broke it up, he's going to jump on a call, and he's going to set this guy straight, because he's tired of this guy trying to flirt with his wife. He's tired of this guy taking advantage of the generosity that this organization, Social Catfish, gave to this guy to help him out, to make sure he won't make any bad decisions. But this phone call is going to get a little wild.
My favorite guy. How are you?
Oh, you're the guy that I flirt with his wife with.
Yeah, why the f*** were you doing that? Oh, it's not funny. No, hold on. It's not funny.
With her, other than just making conversation.
Like, my blood's boiling. No, you be quiet, because we've done enough for you at this point in time, and you continue to slap us in the face. The first thing you're telling me is, oh, you're the guy that I'm flirting with his wife? F*** you, Todd. That's not how you talk to somebody. That's not how you talk to somebody's wife. That's bullshit the way you're talking to me right now. I spent thousands of dollars flying you out. I've spent thousands of dollars with my team. This is coming out of my pocket. You owe me an apology. You owe my wife an apology.
Todd, you should apologize. I can't afford to bring you home.
You don't have to.
Todd.
Apparently you can't afford it either, because you're giving money away to a fake person for 4 years, almost 100 hours of research and putting this stuff together for you. You still don't believe us, which is comfortable. Many times, to the point she didn't want to sit in the front seat with you, Todd.
And when we were in the car, how many times did I tell you to stop flirting with Brianna, bro?
I don't recall a single time when we talked about that.
Well, guess what? We can play it back on video, because it's all on video, buddy. Obviously, you're not a man of your word. You're laundering your money away, and you're broke. You're telling my wife you don't even have like money for food or travel. How are you going to do this? And we're arranging Ubers and everything for you. And this is how you treat me and my wife?
This is completely way out of where I am in my normal life.
You're a man, and you just owned up to it, because you did. Right when I got on the call with you, you said you're the man that I've been flirting with his wife for.
Yes, I was trying to poke, and I was trying to open the conversation. It wasn't meant as malicious.
You're asking my wife why she's flirting with you and she's not. This is all on camera, by the way, just so you know.
And you just could be wrong.
They're not wrong, Todd.
You've had a politician verify the military base. You've had a friend get the video with her actual voice. You heard a different voice when we were there. We pulled an IP tracker that shows this person's from Nigeria.
When I tell you that there is an actual Marine in Nigeria with the eSIM that goes to her phone that is in Nigeria.
You sound crazy.
And that's why people don't want to be in your life, Todd. They're separating.
Would you?
I'm telling you as a
Thank
friend.
you, and thank you, Drew. And I guess we call this to a close. And if my plane tickets are still good for Monday, that's how I'm getting home.
Yep, it's still good. Because you want to know why? Because when I tell you I'm going to do something, I do it because I'm a man. That's why.
I'm really happy that someone called this guy out because they really needed to. This dude was just taking advantage and didn't really want to hear the information at all. So I'm happy that the creator of Social Catfish, like this owner, went off and called this guy out for the really poor behavior that he's been displaying this whole entire time. But that was the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys did like the video, go to the Social Catfish channel. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.